Hello, everybody. Goodness gracious. Godness, oh my goddess. What up, gods and goddess? As a human being speaking, Joey is the name they mostly call me. This one iteration, animal, mammal, with a heart for who he is and what he's about, where he's from, and those around. Say that, hey, like, for whatever this is of the movement of elementals within our species, like these elements of what we call is his body, this body, cycling through molecules, matter, and things, but eventually, like as a pattern, specifically named Joey, by passport, Joseph Kirk Lundgreen, born in 1981 in St. Louis, will dissolve actually. This specific precious person, the one that I know I believe is like the kid I am the most responsible for. I've been responsible for other kids, sisters, brothers, daughters, sons, definitely, friends, lovers, mothers, fathers. I've been responsible. I've been able to respond to them well, and or hopefully well, as well as I could, or as consciously as I could. And he is the one that I am the most able to respond to, and for, and through. And anyways, it's like I kind of have this idea that if he doesn't have any kids, if I don't have any kids, if there's two of me here. There's him. There's the boy body meat man suit flute, born in 1981, the precious thing, one life to live. He's given me it all, actually, in some way, and I'm sort of riding the roller coaster of him in some ways. And so I'm like, as long as there is some sort of a iteration. Sorry, I got honked at just now. It feels like as long as I'm riding this roller coaster of him, that I just want to do the best I can for the people I know I believe I'm responsible for, or responsible to, and responsible with. And it's like I know I believe I could leave. I know I believe I could take off. I know I believe I could quit. I know I believe there's many buttons I could push, and triggers I could pull, and things I could jump off of that would have me end this iteration, get me out of this room in some way, have me die. And it's gonna happen. Eventually this guy, me, is gonna pass away. Actually, man, there's been so many interesting experiences of death recently. I met a new friend who I thought was for sure going to be somebody who I was going to be like a co-creator with for a while. We hung out for a few weeks, and it was just such a nice connection. And then now 2 or 3 saw him, and turns out he passed away. Anyways, so it's nice to be helped, but if you can help, it's even better, actually, in some ways. Helping, you're in a position that's kind of better than being helped. Although if you're being helped, you're actually receiving the gift of someone's giving. You're giving them the gift of your receiving. Anyways, there's so much nuance involved in it, but making a meaningful difference for the dynamics of the reality that I know I believe I'm in is like a big thing about what I'm about. And that's why I do what's it called, talk, touch, listening, and movement as like the main dynamics that we can have it be, that become generally integrated, universal, cultural, human. Do talk, touch, listening, and movement with each other as what we know we believe we are, as human mind, body, heart, ear, hearing, relating, agreement making species. So anyway, okay, so here we are back again. Since I don't have kids, I am a bouncer. I'm bouncing into Earth and bouncing off, going to some other place, planet, world. Maybe, this is just meaning-making games that I play. Justly, I play this way. And, so, though I don't have stakes in the future, actually, I'm everyone's uncle. I'm everyone's brother. I'm everyone's father. I'm everyone's mother. I'm everyone's kid. I'm everyone's wrestler. I'm everyone's dance partner. I'm everyone's harmony. And, you don't have to accept my partnership, but I do mean to make a meaningful difference for this planet, for our species, for the people we seem to know we believe we are. And so, anyway, human talk, touch, listening, movement, music, dancing, magic, and miracles is a free tour for the free tour of talk, touch, listening, movement, music, dancing, and miracles. And basically teaching advanced human basics, or leading and transferring a training on those basic awesome integrations is what the Human Integration and Liberation School is in a big way about. So anyways, there's a subject that I've been meaning to be speaking about this whole time on this. It was sort of instigated this live video, kind of. But everything is all a part of everything. But this is gonna seem fairly very left field. Wow, why are you talking about that suddenly? There's a woman on YouTube named Jenna McLean, and she talks about circumcision, and I do kind of feel really that's a fairly, especially listening to her talk about it, you probably don't know much about it, actually. I bet you don't. There are some people who do know a lot about it in very weird ways too. Some of the people so directly connected to it know a lot about it. Not everything that has happened is not everything. There are things that can happen that haven't happened yet. Not everything that has happened, not everything that can happen has happened yet. Yeah, there we go. But there are some things that cannot happen. For instance, I'm driving this car right here on this street, and if I were to drive it off-road into that field, it wouldn't go very far. If I were to drive it into the water, it wouldn't go very far, for sure. It just, as it is, it wouldn't do that. It cannot. It doesn't drive over that nature right there. It drives over the road. That's how it works. The realm of can and cannot. Anyways, this lady, Jenna McLean, she's bringing the subject of circumcision in a very aim to integrate into us as humans, that we understand how to do generally integrated universal human inheritance, healthy, healing, humble, heroic, happy, humorous, and harmonious human talk, touch, listening, and movement. And certainly circumcision is not on that list. It's interesting, such an intense kind of generally thing that we know so little about.